give instructions. Gustavo Tomas.
Be careful, no rabbit push, no follow, no low blow. This is limit, okay? Touch low.
Here we go, the fight the boxing world has been abuzz about for months is about to happen. 24-year-old Brian Norman Jr. set to take on Jin Sasaki for the WBO welterweight title. Big left and right off the bat from Sasaki. Good jab to the stomach by Sasaki. Sasaki coming out fast here in the opening round. Sharp jab by Brian Norman Jr.
For Norman Jr. is just clean technique. Everything he does is exactly the way somebody should. Hands pop right back to the defensive
right
side.
Hand, a left hook. Is they scoring that a knockdown? I believe so. A left hook landed from Brian Norman Jr. here in the opening round. So fast with those hands is the champion, Brian Norman Jr.
So clean and so crisp for the champ.
Sasaki doesn't look too rattled. He's a little surprised. I don't know how rattled he looks, how hurt he looks. Backing off the ropes, though. A more aggressive Norman stalking Sasaki. Combinations to the head, right hand by Norman. Left-right combination, and down goes Sasaki for a second time. Huge combination by Norman.
And for Norman, once he smells blood in the water, he becomes all the more dangerous. He has so many weapons at his disposal when he's trying to finish off a fight here.
That's 2 knockdowns early for Brian Norman Jr. Huge hole for Sasaki to climb out of. Overhead misses from Sasaki. Norman cleaning up with combinations. Big left by Sasaki, another left by Sasaki. Hook to the body by Sasaki. Norman calm, cool, and collected in that ring. There's a big right hand by Norman. Big counter left by Norman. Sasaki digging. Norman, though, blocking everything and answering back in kind with real damage. Sasaki firing back. Right hand by Norman. Left hook by Sasaki, backs up Norman. Another left hook by Sasaki. Big left by Norman. Low blow there by Sasaki. No word from the referee. Gustavo Tomas.
Trying to get himself back into this fight the only way he knows how.
Thundering left to the body, right, left uppercut by Norman. Sasaki in real trouble. Huge left by Norman.
And Norman putting a lot of good shots together, but in no rush
that right
to
hand
take
over the
Sasaki
top.
out.
You're right, absolutely no rush. No urgency. Big smile by Sasaki, but what a first round lesson he learned at the hands of the champion, Brian Norman Jr. Here's the first knockdown. Oh, so fast, the top of the head. More of an equilibrium shot, but still. You barely saw it thrown or landed, but so fast and powerful is Brian Norman Jr. There was knockdown number 1. And knockdown number 2. Again, a shot to the top of the head. Topples Sasaki.
Just the
second
hand speed.
knockdown.
The hand speed on display from the champ in that first round. It's clear there's a difference. The power's still there coming from Sasaki, but if Norman's going to beat him to the spot all night, Sasaki's going to have to really string some punches together and get Norman on the back foot.
Yeah, at least get Norman off of him for starters. Let's see how round 2 unfolds live from the Oda City General Gymnasium in Tokyo, Japan. Round 2 of the WBO welterweight championship fight. The champion, Brian Norman Jr. in the red and white. Jin Sasaki, the challenger, in the silver and black. Norman had Sasaki down twice in the opening round. Sasaki trying to weather this early storm and lift the title. Good jabs by Norman Jr. Sasaki egging him on. Careful what you ask for. Counter left by Norman. Big overhand right by Norman as well. Left, right, and that fast clubbing right hand to the top of the head of Sasaki staggers him yet again.
Just look at the fundamentals from Brian Norman Jr.
Huge right hand by Norman. Sasaki hurt. Still has his wits about him. Big right hand by Norman again. Sasaki fighting back, but taking a ton of abuse from the champion here in round 2. Norman pressing the pace, huge body shot, pushes back Sasaki. Another body shot by Norman. Sasaki acknowledging the punishment he's taking, and not really firing back right now. Big right left up top by Sasaki.
Almost a wry smile from Sasaki there after landing the big shot on Norman.
And good body work by Sasaki as well. Good left hook off the break by Sasaki. The distance a lot closer right now between the two fighters. Thudding jabs by Norman. Winging right hand misses by Norman. Jab to the body by Sasaki. More body work just missing by Sasaki. Norman very patient right now. Jab by Norman, double jab by Norman, creating space for himself. Sasaki coming forward, left, right hook, missing by Sasaki. Norman calmly spitting out of the corner. Big left hook, right hand up top by Norman. Fighters exchanging blows right now.
Sasaki, you know, I think he's aware of the speed advantage that the champion has over him, but every time he gets in close, he's at least making it worth it. Usually there's punches coming in bunches here.
Body work by Sasaki, might have been low. No warning from the referee, Gustavo Tomas. Body work from both men. The leather flying here at the end of round 2. And the crowd loving it. I hope you are too. It's been fast and furious so far through 2 rounds here from Tokyo, Japan.
A little bit of swagger in the step from Sasaki on his way back to the corner, and that was a big shot that the champion landed early on. Had him wobbling, but didn't go down, didn't have our third knockdown of the fight yet. Towards the end of the round, Sasaki started to open up more and more out of necessity, but also that is his game. All gas, no brakes. Japanese challenger.
Gotta love how game Sasaki is, taking those shots and
yeah,
big smile on his face. Absolutely. I don't think that's bravado either. Round 3.
And waving the champ on at times.
Brian Norman Jr. in the red and white, the reigning WBO welterweight champion, facing challenger Jin Sasaki in the black and silver. Jason Abelson and Adam Hunt here with you from the Ota City General Gymnasium in Tokyo, Japan. It's been 2 great rounds so far. Norman scoring 2 knockdowns in the first, but Sasaki fighting back strong in the second and stalking the champion here in the third. Big left hook by Sasaki.
That landed flush. Seems like a champ, though.
Norman turns the tables, though. Starts hammering and bludgeoning Sasaki. Huge power from Norman. Sasaki wilting in the corner. Still upright. The ropes holding him up somewhat. Norman pouring it on.
And Norman Jr. just so calm in these exchanges. Knows he has him hurt, but doesn't overextend. Just relies on his crisp and clean fundamentals and really putting it on him here.
Is really hurt. Wilting in the corner, backing up and staggering. He's taking huge abuse from Norman.
And just no change in the body language from the champ either. He's so calm in these situations.
Oh, it's Sasaki staggering backwards, sticking out his tongue saying, let's go, I want more. Well, he's going to get more. Gary Norman Jr. putting on a show and making a statement here in Tokyo. Sasaki fighting back. But it is all Brian Norman Jr. Winging shot missing to the body by Norman. Sasaki up top misses. Has Norman against the ropes. Norman could be playing possum a bit. Norman, ring center, firing a huge right hand. Right, left, right combination by Norman. Big right hand over the top by the champion. Another huge clubbing right hand. Left hook behind it. Right hand up top.
Champ is really putting him through the paces here. Showing his world-class level.
And a right straight down the middle, staggers Sasaki back. A right hand, sweeping right hand connects two to the chin of Sasaki. And Norman barely breaking a sweat. Calm, cool, collected, right hand over the top by Sasaki, but what's left on those shots, considering the damage he sustained already? Norman seemingly happy to just stand and take whatever Sasaki has and then trade back. Huge right hand sweeping past the guard of Sasaki. Another clubbing right and a clubbing left. Left hand at the bell. And that was a one-sided round, almost a 10-8 round without a knockdown.
Just a clinic from the champion. He's got such clean fundamentals. Even when he takes a shot like that, he can answer. And just not opening himself up to too much. Sasaki's game, don't get me wrong, and throwing these big sweeping shots, but for the most part, not too much coming through the defenses of the champion. And as we had mentioned before, during the exchange, just no change in the body language. He doesn't get ahead of himself, stays calm and cool. He knows that he has him hurt. He knows that the advantage lies with him. He had the early knockdown, likely a 10-7 round in round one with the two knockdowns. 10-9s ever since. And
that could have been 10-8 that last round. It was so one-sided. Round four underway here in Tokyo, Japan. Brian Norman Jr. in the red and white, looking to defend his WBO welterweight title. It's a very game, but so far outgunned Jin Sasaki. Sasaki down twice in the first, beaten badly in the third. And Norman going about his job, in the words of Howard Cosell. It's Sasaki with the left and right on top, but Norman just so strong, absorbing everything.
Sasaki throwing these big left hooks, and for the most part, Norman Jr. throws that right hand. It comes right back to soften the blow from those big lefts that are coming from Sasaki.
Credit to Sasaki. He's as game as he was in the
tough.
opening bell.
Absolutely.
Big
Taking
right
some
hand.
huge shots.
Those clubbing right hands are so impactful. It's unbelievable at the hands of Norman. Just like through the side with all the force imaginable. Right. From Norman, another huge right hand. Those rights are just money, and they're doing so much damage. They're not straight down the middle. They're around the guard, and they are landing almost at will. Norman Jr. imposing himself on Jin Sasaki here in round four.
The champ just really showing his class here. And Sasaki showing the heart that has earned him this reputation that we all know him by now.
Unbelievable.
An absolute
heart
gamer.
Yeah, unbelievable heart by Sasaki. Right hand, that power in both hands from Norman.
Given some of the punishment that he took, especially in that last round in the third. And to come out the way he has here in the fourth, not going anywhere, staying right in front of him, throwing big shots, trying to will himself back into this fight.
Sasaki's got to do something huge, quickly, to stem the tide in this fight. Body work by Norman. Now Sasaki crowding Norman along the ropes. Not quite sure if that's a great move, but you got to take what's given. Body work by Norman. Right hand over the top by Sasaki. Good work by Sasaki, although he's paying for that work. Left hand over the top by Sasaki as well. Heads came together. Referee Gustavo Tomas warning Sasaki about that. Jabs from both fighters in the middle of the ring. Loving right hand again by Norman. And another one at the bell. Credit to Sasaki, that could have been his best round of the fight.
Absolutely.
But I don't think enough to win on the scorecards. But he had his moments with Norman against the ropes.
A couple of those big left hands maybe snuck around, but for the most part, it was just business as usual for Brian Norman Jr.
That right hand around the guard has been there the entire fight.
His accuracy has just been on point tonight. Everything seems to be finding the target, or at least a partial one. He's able to mix up his shots so well. Uppercuts, hooks, straights.
Yeah.
Even just those big looping shots too. Overhand rights.
Yeah, those aren't accidental punches. Those are wide by design.
In close as well. Up against the ropes, he's able to find the short shots. Just such a versatile attack coming from the champion. And Sasaki seems to have shaken off those first round cobwebs, getting knocked down twice, obviously. Taking some hard shots since, but going nowhere. Still right in the face of the champion.
Jason Abelson and Adam Hunt here with you from Tokyo, Japan. Top Rank presenting this sensational battle. Well, Sasaki down, he stumbled down, obviously a slip. Battle between WBO welterweight champion Brian Norman Jr. and a very game, but right now outgunned Jin Sasaki. Hope you're enjoying everything so far here. We're loving calling it for you. Good body shot by Norman.
Oh! Oh, he's out cold! Out cold!
A gigantic left hand by Brian Norman
Oh, that's
Jr.
a showstopper.
No bother counting. Get the doctor. Unbelievable knockout from Brian Norman Jr. Wow.
What a shot from the champion. Left hook right on the button.
Yeah, let's exuberant as we want to be for that knockout, we have to think about the well-being of Jin Sasaki right now, because he took a hellacious left hand right on the button. And at this point, you worry for the fighter. You can celebrate for the victor later, but right now you just have to worry about the guy that's on the ground. Great performance by Norman, really imposing his will from the opening moments of this fight. There is the finishing shot, about as clean as you can imagine. Clean and powerful.
Like we had mentioned from Norman, just never overexerted himself, stayed with his game plan, even when he had him hurt in the first round. Didn't overextend, didn't leave himself open to any of the attack from the very game. Jin Sasaki. Certainly wasn't easy, despite maybe the champ making it look easy or seem easy. It certainly wasn't.
He kept his composure throughout the entire process. Fight week, the weigh-in, even during the fight itself, calm, cool and collected, measured, and very calculating with his power. Well, Sasaki is up on the stool, I believe, in the corner. So that is good news. Nope. Oh no, they're carrying him out. Jeez. But he is alert. He's moving. But not the way he envisioned.
Subscribe, like, share. the best boxing reels.